Hey y'all, it's Shindy. So I am not really gonna have a ton of content for my time here in Morocco, and I just wanted to let y'all know why. So I'm here in Morocco in the month of January. Specifically, I'm staying in Marrakesh with a remote year, and I gotta be honest that this is not. It's not really for me. It's not really my speed. And I think part of it is a result of when I've come to the city. So I've come to the city after being in Lisbon, Portugal, Split, Croatia, and Prague, Czech Republic, as well as doing some side trips to Berlin and Copenhagen. So basically a lot of European cities. And there are a couple of things that I think were unconsciously reinforced to me while I was in those cities that now that I'm here in Marrakesh, Morocco, I'm like genuinely feeling the culture shock and not in a way that I thought I would or in a way I appreciate. So I think the number one thing is freedom of movement. Being a woman from America, even a woman of color, I know how to handle myself in urban areas. I know to use common sense when moving about in public, but I don't have a general feeling that I'm not allowed to be by myself in public spaces once the sun sets the way I do when I'm here in Marrakesh. I literally time my plans and things I do based on when the sun sets, because I know that if it's down and I'm alone, I might be in trouble. You know what I mean? And it's not so much violence as much as I think intimidation. Even when I basically, not anytime I've been by myself, because that's not fair, but a couple of times when I've been by myself, just going about my business, I have had a man come up and talk to me and then start following me around. I thought it had to do with how I was presenting myself at first. My very first day here, I wore jeans and a long sleeve shirt, but it did have a V-neck. So maybe went as low as this shirt is going right now. And I had a man, come up to me, start talking to me. And I'm used to in DC, where I've been for the last 2 years, you can like shut a man down basically. You can be like, not interested, no thank you. And they get the hint and they go. That was not my experience here. So this guy was talking to me in French, I'm ignoring him. Finally, I can see he's not gonna go away. And so I'm wearing shades, put on my shades and I say, I'm not interested. Put my shades back up, keep going about my business. And so I'm thinking, okay, that's the end of that, whatever. This man proceeds to follow me for about 10, 15 minutes, which is not what I'm used to. I'm not used to people just not having anything else to do that day. So they're like, I got 10 minutes to just follow this girl around. I'm like, huh? I was never super duper concerned, but it just kind of sucked. And it was not a really great way to start off my experience here. So I thought, okay, maybe it's how I'm presenting myself. Let me go ahead and wear my full jacket. Let me not expose my hair. Let me just, wear my glasses. Let me do all these different things to make it so that I'm not being this fly woman showing off this body in the streets. And I still had, I did a photo shoot in a park as you do. And I still had some guy, he walked by, looked at me, kept walking. And I'm like, great. I put my coat back on top of my long sleeve shirt, get myself all together, start heading out. He follows me and I'm like, yeah, no, thank you, no, thank you. You got WhatsApp, blah, blah, all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, no, thank you, blah. He's like, not till blah, blah, but just be friends. I'm like, yeah, no, thank you. He leaves. 5 minutes later, there he is again. And I'm just like, wow, y'all just don't get a hint in this city, huh? Y'all just will keep following a girl around. So I think that's probably the main reason why I have been kind of turned off from the city is the feeling that I should not venture out by myself. And if I do, it's got to be in the day. And that kind of sucks because I do love staying inside. Do not get me wrong. But I don't like knowing that if I wanted to go outside, I'd have to be really, really careful about it. So yeah, haven't really necessarily loved the city that much. It's nice seeing a lot of brown folks around. That's been great. The accommodations we're staying in here are really lovely and beautiful, even though there are some differences. I don't want this to be an overly negative video. It really is just the cultural stuff around not feeling safe as a woman to walk around by myself. One thing I think that kind of gives you context to that is you see a lot of groups of men. I feel like I've never noticed so many groups of men, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 men, just groups of them eating food, walking on the street. You will rarely see mixed groups and you'll rarely see groups of women in the same way you will see these large groups of men. And that kind of adds that additional intimidation factor. So yeah, that's kind of been my Marrakesh experience. I have not necessarily loved it. Probably won't go back. There are a lot of beautiful things to access here. A lot of beautiful other cities that are in, quick commute. But I just don't really want to go. I don't really want to do it. I'm kind of just over it. So yeah, subscribe.